welcome back. We're going to be talking about the difference between the pink trash can and the red trash can today. So let's first of all take a look at where these things can be found, which is in the inspector, but I'll show you right away. So let's hop into Smooth POV here. With my developer tooltip opened, I'm going to go ahead and open the inspector, select an object here, and then you'll see them right at the top here. Red trash can, pink trash can. So let's go ahead and take a look at what these mean. First note before I do this isn't always going to be the case. The EOS team are going to be working on UI updates to the inspector and various other objects where the red trash can and pink trash can may appear. So do be aware that that will be clear in the future, but for now, the red trash can is delete and don't preserve assets, and the pink trash can is delete preserve assets. So I've got some examples lined up along the wall outside here that go through what's going on here, but I want to also show what I've done to create these examples. So all I've done with the developer tooltip equipped is I've gone create new 3D model box, and then to the left of the box I've gone create new materials unlit, unlit. With that created, I'm just going to go ahead and specify a color. So we'll go ahead and do orange. With the material tooltip here, suck that orb out, apply it to the cube. There we go. So now, whenever you've grabbed something with your hand, so if I grab this material all like this, and you've deleted it like this, you've been doing what's called a delete keep assets. This is the appropriate measure to do for a grabbed operation, because that's usually the appropriate move for a grab operation. There are some cases in Neos where you're playing a game or something, maybe you're deleting something, and you don't want to delete it in a way that damages the world, and that's why the grab with hand and the delete does a delete keep assets. So to illustrate the difference, what I'm going to do here is go ahead and grab this orange ball and delete it. And you'll see what happened here is that this cube remained orange. It's still orange. Let's move along to this next cube, this red one, and instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this ball by using the inspector. So what I'm going to do here is with my developer tooltip equipped, I'm going to aim at the ball here, open up the inspector, and this has selected the material, and this is the red material. If I change this color, you'll see that this cube, but not any of the other cubes, changes color. Go ahead and undo that so it's back to red. So this material is pointing at this ball, this cube even. So now when I delete this using the red trash can, which is destroy assets, look what happens. The cube goes to a checkerboard. And what happened here is because I deleted the material there, and I deleted it without preserving the assets, the material which defined what this cube should look like also got deleted. And so when Neo doesn't know what to make something look like, it makes it this checkerboard texture. So if I go ahead and inspect this cube again now, you'll see that there is a null on this mesh renderer here where there was a material, which is that red material. Let's go ahead and move along to this green or yellow cube. I actually can't tell the difference because I'm slightly colorblind. I'm going to go ahead and inspect this material. It's green. A little bit of both actually. Yeah, yellow, I don't honestly know. I still don't know. Yellow, I think. So this is the yellow cube here. And again, I've selected the material next to it, the unlit material. I'm going to delete it using the pink trash can. Let's go ahead and delete that. And you'll see now that it's still green or yellow. And what's happened here is because I deleted it using the pink trash can, which is delete preserve assets, it will detect that the asset which I deleted is in that material is still being used by something in the scene. In this case, it's this cube, and it's moved it to the asset system. So if I go ahead and inspect this cube, and I take a look here, you'll see it says unlit material on unlit. And if I push this left up arrow, it will take me to the material. But if I go up a little bit, you see it's moved it to the assets list. The asset system in Neos is a little bit hard to explain, but you can find it within the root of the world as assets. And what happens here is whenever you delete something or whenever you move something or spawn something in, Neos tries to deduplicate those assets. So it's trying to sort of optimize the world for you as you go. In the case of materials, it says, hey, 3 cubes use the same material here, so I'll make sure that they're the same material. And so if I spawn those 3 cubes in, it would take that asset and put it in the asset list. If I'd made that material in the world, though, it would stay in the world until I decided what to do with it. If I use the red destroy menu of the hand context menu, it'll move it up to that asset tree and keep it there. If I use the red trash can, it will completely do the asset, and all 3 of those cubes will be back to checkerboard. If I use the pink trash can, it will preserve those assets, move them up to the asset list, and keep them there. Another example of the pink trash can that you can see is actually in the destroy slot node. I didn't want to cover this, but I will just quickly. So again, here what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and open up the node browser here. Well, not again, for the first time. I'm going to go to slots and then destroy slot, which is just a node here. Spawn this in the world, and you'll see that this has preserve assets as a boolean on it. So when this is set to true, it is pink trash canning, and when it's set to red, false even, it's red trash canning. So let's go ahead and set this to false to start with, and then we're going to go ahead and inspect this unlit material. And we'll pull out a reference for it. So this is the unlit material slot, and we'll plug this in here. And remember, this is false, so it's now a red trash can. So if I pulse this destroy slot node, you'll see we're onto checkerboard here. Let's go ahead and move the same node across here. Take our pulse node as well. But this time we're going to set it to true. And this time we're going to go ahead and inspect this pink material orb here. Pull it out with our LogiX tooltip. This isn't a LogiX tutorial, by the way, so if you're unfamiliar, please check the video description. I'll have some LogiX tutorials there. Connect this slot up. This time it's true here for preserve assets. So when I hit pulse here, the material orb gets deleted, but the box stays pink. So there you go. I hope that's explained the difference. In most cases, if you're unsure, use the pink trash can. If materials or meshes or textures aren't involved, feel free to use that red trash can though. You'll soon learn when you need to use the pink and red, just based on sort of what you see. If a mesh disappears or you see a checkerboard in terms of materials, you probably need to use the pink trash can. Honestly, I don't use it that much though. If I'm deleting materials, I usually use my hand, and if I'm doing stuff in the inspector, it's usually slots like UIX stuff or maybe, parts of a model, and so I don't need those assets. If you have any further questions on the pink trash can or red trash can situation, do let me know. It's a funny, comical question that I get asked quite a lot, so I wanted to cover it with a visual record. Until the next tutorial, enjoy my multicolored cubes, particularly that one, which I still don't know. I think it's yellow. Who knows? I'll see you next time.